Minneapolis has long been heralded as the gem of the Midwest. The trail system is outstanding, the schools are well funded, it's affordable. The Atlantic went so far as to call it a miracle.
I live here, so it's really nice to be on the lake. I wake up in the morning, I open up my drapes, there's the lake. It's the lakes, and it's the community, it's having energy coming from uptown. It's like there's so much going on in this city, and I just love being in the middle of it.
However, there's another side to that coin. While overall Minnesota has a lower poverty rate than the rest of the country, that statistic does not extend to people of color. In fact, Minneapolis is known for having some of the worst racial disparities in the country, and the poverty rate for people of color is actually higher here than the rest of the country.
In response to the Atlantic's article praising some of the progress Minneapolis has made, particularly in the sustainability department, the Washington Post published an article titled, "If Minneapolis is so great, why is it so bad for African Americans?" where it highlights some of the causes and effects of these racial disparities.
Throughout this course, we have learned how sustainability and eco-efficiency vastly improve the quality of the community life. Unfortunately, we have also learned how this oftentimes is viewed as a luxury of the rich. With this background information in mind, we set out to learn more about how inequality within this sustainable movement is affecting us on a local level.
The 55411 zip code is located in North Minneapolis, right along Interstate 94. Many of the residents live below the poverty line. It has the highest asthma hospitalization rates in the 7-county area, high obesity rates, and the USDA has defined it as one of the largest food deserts in the city.
When there are grocery stores available, more often than not they'll hold lots of packaged, processed foods, with very little presence of fruits and vegetables. We decided to see for ourselves what one of the few grocery stores within the food desert had to offer the residents.
We did find that these foods were generally more inexpensive and have a longer shelf life, which is necessary because people living in food deserts cannot easily just run to the store. If there's no access to reliable transportation, a trip to the store becomes an ordeal.
Between the transportation, packaging, and landfills involved, this unequal food system is not a sustainable model for the Earth. Not only is it unsustainable, but this system is effectively detrimental to vulnerable people across borders.
This simple question: can you find a unifying language that cuts across age and income and culture that will help people themselves find a new way of living? See spaces around them differently, think about the resource they use differently, interact differently. Can we find that language? And then can we replicate those actions? And the answer would appear to be yes, and the language would appear to be food.
One solution to this issue is urban farming, specifically in areas such as these. Urban farming contributes to food security by providing fresh produce for virtually no cost after the initial startup. Additionally, it allows opportunity for residents of the community, especially kids, to come together and learn about where their food comes from, how it is grown and cared for, and the effects food has on their bodies and minds.
There are benefits even for residents who are completely uninvolved in the gardens, as the agriculture will provide space for butterflies and bees to thrive, and on a grander scale contributes to cleaning the air and soil of the area.
One of the best things about urban farming is that the application is very flexible. You can find gardens on the boulevards and schoolyards, or even vertical gardens in small apartments. We have seen success with urban gardening all across the world and are excited to make it a reality in all areas of Minneapolis.
To get involved, check out transitiontwincities.org to learn more about your part in helping Minneapolis become a more resilient city.
On a far celestial shore.